Welcome gamers to this first look at the Eldrich Realms, the Umbral Abyss, which is the new DLC for Age of Wonders 4. My name is Daz Tactic, welcome to the channel and welcome to this, what possibly will be a series here. I may start again once we sort of get going. I'm using the Influencers version. If I just move out of the way and point down, you can sort of see it down through there. So I am using like an advanced version of the game. It's not the release version, but it's close to the release version. In fact, the release is tomorrow, time of recording. So, and I can put this on up when the game actually does release. So when you see this one, the game will be available. So grab it. I'll grab this DLC. This is an incredible game. This is, just to put this into context in terms of, I guess, my biases, Age of Wonders, the series, has been my favourite series of games ever since the first one came out back in around about the year 2000. So for nearly 25 years, this has been my favourite game, and like, you know, and each iteration has sort of then expanded upon it. Age of Wonders 2 actually sort of brought in the Shadow Demons, which is what this one sort of, I guess, bounces back off again. And so in this case, the Umbral Abyss or the Eldrich Realms do go back into like a more demonic sort of form. Now, the Shadow Demons in Age of Wonders 2, I felt that weren't really fleshed out all that well, but these are incredibly immersive in this new DLC. This is a very, very different approach and a much more demonic approach to the Shadow Realms, essentially, of the game, which is fantastic. So what a fantastic addition this DLC actually is. So I would strongly suggest, if you enjoy Age of Wonders 4, then grab this DLC, because this is got so much content in it. Not that I've spent a lot of time with it, but I have been keeping up with the development of it, and yeah, there's a lot to like about this one. Let's just get into it. Let's start by let's start with a new game, and we're going to be playing one of the story realms. The story realms are really good ways to learn the game, but also good ways to be introduced to aspects of the game as well. And so in this case, we actually have an Eldrich Realm, story realm. A story realm goes through a series of different scenarios, essentially. The scenarios are often got procedural content in them, so it's not always going to be the same, so you can replay them time and time again, but they will have a very definite theme about them, and they will be story driven, which is not usually the way I like to play any game, to be honest. In fact, my head is going to be in the way. Right, well, let's just try it there and sort of see how that one then works. Yeah, so anyway, we're just going to be playing with Tharu Kath, which is a story realm. So, escape a prison on the edge of the astral void, join a rebellion against its wardens, and lead your people towards freedom. Reveal a plot that will decide the fate of Athla and the astral sea. Now, Athla is the sort of like the overworld. So, Athla is one of the oldest worlds within the astral sea, with a potent convergence of astral flows. It is the home of the Valley of Wonders and Iniok's court, which goes right back to Age of Wonders 1. There we are. What we end up having with this one, we've got new elements, which we can sort of see through here. I will be doing a much more in-depth playthrough, which I've got to think about how I do this. I want this to be much more just an introduction to what this one does introduce, just so you get a feel for this scope of the changes. Umbral Abyss is a new like a whole new way of actually sort of then playing the game. And so the Umbral Abyss creeps over the realm, opening gates to the Eldritch dimensions and its invading horrors. So an additional map layer called the Umbral Abyss is added, which can be reached through the Umbral Gates. So this is a whole other world of existence now that we can play within. So enter the Umbral Abyss for forbidden treasures at a great risk. We end up with infestations and dwellings from the Umbral Abyss will creep into the surface, spreading gloom. So gloom is a whole other mechanic now that we have to then contend with when we do play with the Umbral Abyss or with the Eldrich Realm sort of forces. So units in gloom terrain will suffer from umbral malady. And what this is we'll see this when we get into the game, but this is you get less vision range, cannot regenerate hit points in the world map if you're within the actual gloom itself, and you lose -6 hit points at the end of the turn on the actual map itself. So you are losing points. So units with low hit points are not going to be able to spend very much time in the within the actual Umbral realms, within the Eldrich realms. But you will actually, there are ways around this as well. So anyway, that's where we are with the Umbral Abyss. What else do we have in through there? We've got the mega cities. These are all old stuff, so I won't go through these. No free cities. Uninhabitable undergrounds. The underground is smaller. It's still there. So we've got 3 layers now of existence that we can then sort of deal with. Let's just go and play with this one. We'll just go select. And there we sort of see it in through there. I'll put the difficulty up to normal at this stage and just go next. Now that will impact a lot of different things. So select the difficulty of the game. This determines the hostility of the world and the AI strength as well. So this is going to make it more difficult for us to break out of the prison, which is the story that we start with. But let's just get into it. Let's just go next. Journey starts here. We need to create a faction. I want to just give an overview of how this one, of what the changes that we actually have. So let's go and create a new faction. First thing we have to do is choose our various elements or various chassis that we're going to take in. We have 2 new ones. We have Insectoid back in through here, and this one comes with the traits of Overwhelm Tactics, which we've already seen before. We've got Ceaseless Cacophony, which is actually a new one. So adjacent enemies without this trait have a 15% fumble chance. So that will actually be good again for more melee type approaches. And then you've got this Cold-Blooded, which we've seen before as well. And so morale loss is reduced by 50%. So that's the Insectoids, and then we also have the Sirens back in through here, which is sort of like an Eldritch elven force. Eldritchen, I don't know what Siren, we'll just call it Sirens. Anyway, the Sirens have got a empowered by magic, so units become stronger when they sustain magical damage. So once per turn, when taking a non-physical damage, gain strengthened for 3 turns. So as they take on as they take on magical damage or anything that's not physical, they then become strengthened. We've got Arcane Focus, so magic deals plus 15% damage, and then they also get extra XP in through here as well. So I think that's the new one, empowered by magic. We can actually have a bit of a look to see what else we actually have. I don't think there's anything else that really comes in that we would... I haven't had a good look at this, to be honest. There's so much we can put in here. Oh, there we go. Death Beetle mounts in through here as well, so you can have Death Beetles. This is sort of a bit like the spider mounts, etc., that do come in, mammoth mounts, etc. So we do actually now have beetle mounts. You can just use beetles anyway, by the way. So that's actually another sort of mount that does come in, but we'll see that when we come into it. Let's just cancel that one and just continue on. Just go select. I really like the way that these the factions are now sort of fleshed out. I know that you can sort of chop and change anything and end up with halflings that are super strong or whatever, but it doesn't start that way. You have to physically go and change the game to do that, and I like that. I like that I like that we've still got agency over what we do and choice over what we do, but the game itself is sort of more geared back towards sort of I was going to say reality, but it's fantasy reality. Anyway, let's just go straight down to Mystic, I think, because we're going to be sort of playing with the Sirens. We'll play much more, and I won't go through this. These haven't changed, so let's just go to Mystic down through the bottom through here. When we do choose Mystic, in fact, with Dark we don't get to do it, but with Mystic we have to then choose our school, which I think is new in this DLC, and so we've got like attunement back and through here. So units gain Star Blades, Astral Echoes, and you use Echo Casting. Potential back and through here is more of a dark one, and the dark one here is that we get combat spells are always overcharged the first time that they're cast in each combat. Use spells to exploit arcane inspiration and gain an economic edge, and this culture's units inflict dissonance with their attacks, and so dissonance will do what? When an enemy overcharged spell is cast, this unit suffers lightning damage per stack and loses all stacks. Okay, that's fine. And then we've got summoning as well. So this is like going to give us back to more of the astral affinity rather than the dark affinity or the shadow affinity. But so summoning will give us magic origin units gain attunement, collect astral echoes through exploration and research, use astral infusion to rank up your magic origin units rapidly. This culture units gain astral connection, but let's go with the dark side. let's just go and choose that one. So we'll just go and close that and then select that as our school. That gives us two, like one. We've now got one astral and one shadow affinity, and we are now playing as the mystics. So the potential mystics. Right, now we have to choose two of these. I'm not going to spend too much time with these. We do have a few new ones coming back in through here. So we have the Umbral Disciples. So cities may be built, may build the altar of marching gloom. So you can actually have gloom march out from your territory. You rule against Tyrant's retinue, and also you end up with, you go slightly more evil. And you start with Umbral Flesh. Now what this one does is it combats the effects of the Umbral Abyss. And so we'll get into that when we get into the game. Now we don't have to choose that, but it's the only one really that's actually from this DLC. So I feel that we should do that one. And if we go with Powerful Evokers, I think that Battle Mage units are going to be important for us. So let's just go that way. 2 more shadows. That's going to take us up to 3 shadow. Just go select.
Choose your first tome.
The tome that we're going to then go and choose is... Actually, did I choose... Oh yeah, no, that's okay. We'll select that one. That's all right. Tome of the Tentacle. We'll just go straight to this one here. This is the new Tier 1 tome that we get access to. So, conjure tentacle mutations and creatures from the depths to restrain and constrict your enemies, keeping them right where you want them. Now, we do actually have like this constrictor. So it's a polearm unit capable of pulling in and restraining opponents, which I think would be a good addition for us. This is actually just a Tier 1 unit it's a Tier 2 unit that we end up getting through there as well. So this would be a good one to then work in with our mages. So we'll just go and select that. The champions, we now have a new champion chassis, which is the Eldrich Sovereign. So an Eldritch ruler which powers beyond mortal comprehension. And so these essentially are souls that have become lost in the Eldrich Realms and have been fully corrupted to the Umbral Abyss and to the Umbral demonic forces. And so use thralls. This is a new like where we had souls for the undead, we have thralls now for a similar sort of approach. This is a resource. They're not units on the map. They are just a resource that we then use. So thralls are manipulated and incapacitated enemies gained through battle, which can be used in ritual sacrifice, used as currency for special ritual spells. So gain a thrall by defeating enough enemies in battle, or with spells like Enthrall Population. So winning battles against powerful enemies can yield more than one thrall at once. So we can, by doing combat, we then get thralls, and if we sort of go as the Eldritch Sovereigns. So the Eldritch Sovereigns are really here to invade the overworld and then sort of use the thralls to then sort of increase their power. So start with Clairvoyance Ritual and Enthrall Population. So we do start with these abilities. So reveals the closest undiscovered infestation or ancient wonder. And then we also have Enthrall Population here. So target owned or vassal city loses 1 population and we gain 3 thralls. So we can sort of just keep on farming our population to also just increase the thrall population that we have. Eldritch Sovereigns have 5 mana unit upkeep, and cannot equip leg or mount items. So the Eldritch Sovereigns are a complete different entity, and so they've, as I said before, they've been completely demonized, essentially from their previous existence by just being for so long in the Eldritch Realms. Eldritch Sovereigns have the ability to have access to powerful hero and signature skills, like all of them do. If we go back through the others, we should sort of see that one. Have access to powerful hero skills and transformations. Have access to actually it doesn't say it there. Okay. Have the overchannel ability. No, that's different again. Anyway, we do actually have different sorts of new skills available to us, and so this is, of course, coming through the Eldritch Realm area. So let's just go and select this particular one.
Reveal yourself.
Now, the way it works, a few things to talk about here. First of all, let's just go and change our colours. So I always like, with these sorts of things, I like the purpley type colours. Maybe we'll go with a purple and a purple, a two-tone purple. We do actually have a few extra Eldrich Realm type looks. We'll just go with that one through there. We won't spend too much time with the icon. With the group, we can actually just go and randomize the actual the unit that we're sort of seeing through here. If I go and do that one, you sort of see we're getting different sorts of looks. Now, one of the important things, like with all of the factions here, is that you tend to start off with a special ability. Like we start off with a Relic of Mind, which we can then chop and change. So we've got Relic of Mind, a long-range weapon that deals physical damage and bypasses enemy defenses. But so this is Delirium, an ability that makes a unit vulnerable and uncontrollable. So target enemy unit has a 90% chance of being inflicted with insanity for 1 turn. So the mind, when you can see the little brain that's there, that's the Relic of Mind. We have Relic of Flesh as well available, which is a long-range weapon that deals blight damage and inflicts decaying and poison. Eldritch Rituals, a hero skill that grants economic spells costing thralls, so we can get more like a better economy by using this particular one. If we go with the Relic of Havoc, back in through here, a long-range weapon that deals fire damage and inflicts random negative status effects. And this has got Eldritch Phase, an ability that allows for a swift teleportation in combat if we wanted that one through there, so it's like a burning skull. And then we have the Relic of Cosmos, so a long-range weapon that deals fire, frost, and lightning damage. We get the Astral Wisp Ritual, a skill that enables the summoning of an Astral Wisp at the cost of thralls. We might go that way, so let's just go with the Relic of Cosmos in this instance. The body types, we've got like different body types. There are, I don't know if these are sort of like, these go, you know, I think that's a female body type. Some of them are male, some of them are female, some of them are you know, who knows. But it's really weird and wonderful. They look so cool. Different sorts of elements at the back there. That looks pretty amazing. Shoulder types as well. You got the different sorts of elements that then sort of end up sort of on the actual shoulders. So you've got a few different things in through there. Again, the game is just such a beautiful game. It's just incredible. Physique goes from very thin to a bit thicker. Just keep it in the middle. The arm length, just keep it in the middle there, I guess, or just maybe slightly back. The leg length, we don't actually have legs, but if we did have legs, if we got a body type that was that had dangling legs, like that, I guess. Yeah, so these end up with the dangling leg types. But we'll just go back to where we were. I quite like the look of this one. And then the wing size, we can sort of make the wings fairly large, a fair bit larger. Heads as well, we've got like different sorts of shapes. Now again, if we sort of choose a different character, these are all female, or are they? I don't know whether they're male or female, to be honest. But we've got like a whole series of different sorts of heads available to us. Let's just choose that one for now. We've got the base skin color, the accent color. We'll sort of then just flick anything that we actually have in through here. The metal colors, sort of go with gold or whatever else we might want for the helmets. Head size, we can sort of then change it from tiny through to massive. Just keep it in the middle there. And default personality, again, we can just choose this. If the AI then takes over, we can then sort of go with this one through here. Don't know which one I'll sort of pick through here. Maybe one of these sorts of ones, maybe. It's peaceful. Let's go with Pure Sage. So we'll go that way. So we'll just go and select. This will become, and for our race as well, we can then just go and choose. By default, the sirens come in with these white horses, but we can actually go and change this. We do actually have, as you saw there, beetles, which they're not the same as getting the powerful beetles, but they are just a mount. So we've got the whole range of different things there. I'll keep it with its default back and through here as well. I won't change any of this stuff. I'll just keep that one where that is. Just go select. Journey begins. So we now have this is Kalagath. We can just Kalagath Deathcaller from the Conjuring Sirens. That's cool. I'm happy with that. And in we go to the actual start of the story.
Long ago, during the Second Age, beings born from corruption and darkness flooded the astral sea and invaded the world of Atla. After a fierce war, the invasion was defeated, and the monsters, then known as shadow demons, were driven back into the shadows from whence they came.
So we now get the backstory, which I really like. So this is actually we're now sort of getting that connection back to the Age of Wonders 2. It's now making much more sense than what Age of Wonders 2 ever did with it.
However, at the edge of the astral sea, the eternal conflict between the mythical archons and shadow demons raged ever on, and their dark corruption evolved. Even on the realms that were cleansed from their presence, dark scars remained that would never truly heal. Thus, this eldritch darkness was given a new name, the Umbral Abyss.
Here we are.
On the precipice between the void and astral sea, a realm lay hidden from the forces of light. Its name was Tharukath, and it had long been lost to the Umbral Abyss. It was where captives and lost souls were imprisoned and twisted into umbral demons, and where their ruling sovereigns prepared to strike back at the Godia of Magehaven.
Okay, so we're now sort of getting it's making much more sense of what the Shadow Realms actually are.
Tharukath was a place of darkness and abandoned hope. And yet, amidst the despair of its forsaken thralls, whispers of rebellion echoed through the air. They craved only a beacon to guide them, a Godia to release them from their captivity and set ablaze the flames of revolution. This is the tale of the imprisoned Godia who bore that spark of rebellion.
Here we go. So that's our specific story. That last bit is not the story of the Umbral Realms, but it's where we actually are. So here we are in the Abyss. So we've got Kalageth, Deathcaller, a new ruler emerges. We've got the Tome of the Tentacle with Sirens. We've got Mystic with Potential, back in through here as well. Powerful Evokers, Umbral Disciples. So we can sit inside the Umbral Abyss without it affecting us. So we can live in this realm, which is important. Like if you're wanting to sort of delve into the Shadow Realms. It's sort of funny because I never thought I would be all that interested in playing with the Shadow Realms, but I really like what they've done. Triumph Studios, again, just absolute triumphant in what they've produced for us. And I know I'm probably biased because I just love this game so much, but God, it's good. Now, starting magic, we started off with Cosmic Ablation back and through here. So this is actually a nice one for us to have, where we end up doing a lot of damage through spell casting. It's a pretty cheap spell as well, actually, which is good. And we also have the Constrictor as well, which is the polearm unit that we mentioned before. So we already start off with those available to us. So the Eldritch Prison. So we need to now sort of go through and figure out what's going to happen through here. So your slumber, there is nothing, only darkness. You cannot move. Who are you? Who were you? It does not matter. Then the darkness shifts and something nudges your mind. Its touch is dark and cold, but gentle. It pushes you to remember to wake up. The shadow shifts and an image forms. A mighty Eldritch sovereign. Is that you? The image changes, showing a cage. It disturbs you, but you're not sure why. Are you trapped? The shadows push you, and you find yourself to find what defines you. It's important. You are important. Who are you? How were you trapped? So we've sort of been in this realm for an awfully long time, and so this is actually, and as you can see, we've sort of become demonic with what we're doing through here. I was uncovering secrets that were hidden in the darkness, and I found this. We can do this one because we've got Shadow Affinity, so we can actually take this one. So we gain the Cunning trait. And so the Cunning trait is a flanker, so units deal 25% damage when flanking. That's probably not that important to us, to be honest, because we're going to be mainly doing magic damage. So Eldritch Ruler, so I remember nothing of my past life, so we gain the Unstable trait. In this case, unit has frail. Yeah, we don't want that. And now that is because we're an Eldritch ruler, we can choose that one if we wanted to. We also have I was defeated and became lost in the void. Something found me. And so Caligeth gains enough experience to rank up. That might be the better one for us, although this one affects everyone. So maybe we'll go this way. Awakening. The memory fades, but the disturbing feeling remains. You become aware that you cannot move your body. You struggle against the eldritch chains that dare to bind you. Then you hear the voice of the echo of a voice, vague at first, then louder. Certain this is her? Be careful. Light pierces through the darkness around you as you break from your prison. You blink against the light as a man gazes at you. Torches be praised. She is with us. The man realizes he is in the presence of a Godir and quickly bows. You are Eldritch Sovereign, Caligeth Deathcaller, are you not? We must go, it is not safe here. And so we have a whole lot of different things like where am I, who are you? This will then just talk about, we've already seen what the realm is, so I won't go back into what all of this actually is. Very well, we should go. Let's just go and do this one straight away. So this is our first actual now thing that we have to do. So unique Pantheon quest. This is an easy one. We need to escape the Umbral Abyss. That's our quest. And so you start to move your travels, but Zwentuan stops you for one moment. We are currently in the Umbral Abyss, a place that poisons the body and mind. You'll find that remaining here for long is lethal, even for a Godir. We should leave fast, but my enterprising nature obliges me to share that many treasures are hidden in the darkness. In my experience, it pays to be cautious, but opportunistic. So one can only leave the Umbral Abyss through Umbral Gates. I have marked one that I've used before, O Eldritch Sovereign. And so the result is that we receive a little bit of gold, and so we have some gold in through here. We are losing gold because we don't actually have any buildings. We don't have any income. We're losing mana. We do have 2 thralls to start with, and we've got that's just the mana that we actually have in through there as well. So we've got their casting abilities back through there onwards then, and so we start off in through here. Now this is not a random map in this particular one. We are playing in an actual predefined map in this particular first scenario. So I probably won't play this one for very long, but I wanted to give you a sense of the Umbral Realms. So we may just sort of break our way back out. What we actually have through here is we've now got the Umbral Realm is like a third area of existence. We still have the underground, so we can sort of switch to the underground. I don't know if we can see if there's something over there that we get a sense that there's an underground passage that sort of leads its way into there. And then we actually have the above ground in through here as well, where I don't think we get to sort of see too much. But that's the above ground. Let's just go back to our Umbral prison. Actually, I think it may be a bit different, actually. I think that this portion of it is the same each time. But the last time when I just tested it before, I was actually up in this corner. So yeah, it is actually still got procedural generation. Again, it's nice what they've done. They've got like a pocket of non-procedural stuff put in amongst a large procedural map. I like it. I like it. God, they do such a good job. I really have. I just love what Triumph Studios does with this game. It's just incredible. Now we're going to sort of see that this is actually our sovereign through here. I won't spend much more time with the game at this stage, I don't think. In fact, I might come back to it. I'm going to stop recording right now. But for you, I'll be continuing on. But I will actually come back to where we are here, and we'll just play a little bit longer. Okay, so let's just continue on here now. So I'm back. I've actually been gone for a few hours, but I'm back now. Anyway, we've lost our throne cities. This is just telling us that we're really sort of starting behind the 8 ball. This is going to then impact our money, mana, etc., etc. So you lost your throne city. So if your ruler is defeated in combat, you will lose the game. So we have to protect our ruler. Orders required for a few of our units. We've got 3 different units in through here. The hero that rescued us plus ourselves. We need to set the arcane research. Now we've got constricting focus in through here. Makes magic attacks of enchanted units gain 30%. That one wouldn't be bad. Conjure Tentacle. Yeah, I might grab that one actually. We'll grab that one. Not that it really matters that much. Sage Haven has been lost. This is actually our capital on the overworld. Or that what was it? I'm guessing. So we've sort of I'm imagining that's where we probably have to go. I don't know. I'm just supposing. Now, one thing we'll sort of see through here. There's got some interesting things to talk about. So this is, of course, on the astral, the umbral realm, or the umbral plane, the Eldrich plane. What is it called actually? This is the Umbral Abyss. There we are. And so we actually have our main commander in through here. We've got a group that's also then come through of our forces. So we've actually got the Conjuring Sirens, which are our group. We've got 2 supports, so 2 Soothers, one of our Arcane Guards, which is just a Tier 1 polearm unit. We do actually have an Arcanist, like a Battle Mage unit, and also a Mystic Protection, just a scout unit back in through here. So nothing too powerful. In the other group, when we click on them, one thing you'll notice is that they're going to be taking damage because they're inside the astral plane. And you can see it's got Umbral Malady is ×1. And if we have a look at these ones in through here, if I right click on these and then hover over this one here, this unit suffers from -1 vision range. It cannot regenerate, so it's any hit points in the world map while it's actually got this Umbral Malady. And it loses 6 hit points at the end of the turn in the world map. So what we need to do is we need to try to fix this, and all of these units have got this happening with it. So Umbral Malady back and through here, etc. So we've got these that we need to impact. Now, one thing we can do to fix that is we can actually use our hero, well actually our basic units, because we chose what was it? I forget what it was that we actually chose for them, for the Conjuring Sirens, Umbral Disciples. We're Umbral Disciples anyway, and so what that one allows us to then do is to not actually, we don't suffer from this I forget what it's called, the creep or whatever it might be. That's the umbral. We've got umbral flesh in through here, which gives us the Umbral Malady immunity. The gloom, there it is, not the creep, it's the gloom terrain. So we're in gloom terrain at the moment. Now, gloom terrain can escape onto the main map, by the way, and if we are playing as who we're playing, we'll be wanting that to happen, ultimately. So we have that's sort of what we have with our actual units. Our hero, though, has got a special ability. This has got a Gloom Shepherd. So while this unit is the leader of the army, units gain Umbral Malady immunity. So we can move our leader across into this particular group, and that then fixes up all of their problems. And so their problems are now fixed by having these escort these through this part of the realm. Now we do actually have a tier 2 Night Guard unit. We've got an archer. I'm going to move the Arcanist into this group, and I'm going to move one of the Soothers into this group as well. Okay, so they've now been mixed. We do actually have. I might just see if the scout can. Yeah, the scout can move into there. So we get that one to float across and pick up the loot. There's going to be different other loot to be had in through here as well. So we've got this one here as a tier 3 flesh abomination from this particular realm. A whole lot of other different things in through here as well, including some of the new the Umbral Thralls, for example, like an undead unit, skeleton archer. But this is actually a skeleton archer of the Umbral Thralls is a, what's the group in through there? These are sort of like the insectoids. So that's an insectoid group. Okay, we'll just close that one off. Again, very, very cool. I won't go after that one. We'll just leave that one where that is. But we'll start to sort of move our way back across the map. So we're seeing a little area back over through here, resource node. So plus 30 gold when it's annexed. Bring our main army down. There's an edge of something in through there. And we've just got the other 2 in here. So we don't want to be sort of getting into any fights until we need to in this area. Just go and end our turn. Because we have to break out. Now we know that this is where we have to go and break out, and it will be protected. I'm going to send this group across. This is actually a level up, a banner. This will then show us the different sorts of things we get with the different commanders now. So Slumbering Corruption. As you move through the oppressive darkness of the umbral abyss, Zuinton stops you. Be wary, he whispers. We approach an umbral nest. And so these are spawners. I'll just keep that in mind. So we have a spawner down through here. Pretty much it's just the same as what we find on the overmap. But it is an umbral ability back and through that side. We definitely won't be fighting that one. Now what we want to do is we want to move into this banner and just pick up the upgrade. Everyone's now upgraded, which is good. Okay, so we've now got that one done. So we're going to have our different level ups. So we've got our ruler has leveled up. And this is where we'll see, I'll do the ruler first, just so you can see what we actually end up getting with this one through here. So we now have the Eldritch Sovereign abilities. And so we've got Delirium. So this one is target enemy unit has a base 90% chance of being inflicted with insanity for 1 turn. Or we've got Eldritch Phase, so teleport to a target hex, or Eldritch Rituals, which gain plus 10 hit points. We also then ultimately end up with a whole lot of other Eldritch abilities. Desperate Anguish, Eldritch Influence, back and through there, gain plus 4 Imperium per turn. What do we need for that one there? We need to learn 1 more Eldritch Sovereign skill to unlock that one. Phantasmal Ritual, back and through there, magic attacks gain plus 10 damage. Quickling Ritual, so gain 20% evasion. The Astral Siphoner Ritual, so gain plus 5 hit points and resistance, and then Tentacle Escape in through here. When the unit dies in combat, it escapes to the void instead and returns at the end of combat if its side is victorious. So unit is brought back with 50% of their maximum hit points. That's pretty cool as well. So this is a whole other areas. We've still got the battle magic, we've still got the support, and whatever else we've actually learnt in through there as well. But let's just go across and grab Delirium, I think. Let's go and get that one. Confirm that. So they're the new things. One other thing we now actually have in through here, we still actually have the 3 miscellaneous slots, the ring slot, actually it's got an incompatible hero slot. We don't get to use the hand slots. The head slot we can use, the body slot, but we can't use the mount or the foot slot for this one either. So there's a few limitations with what we actually have. We can ultimately then change this equipment if we can, but in this case we can't really sort of do it at this point in time. This is an incompatible hero for the bow that we actually have, but that's sort of where we are. Anyway, that's the grouping that we actually have. We'll keep on moving up and around, I think. And we'll just move that one into there. I don't think we get to the ability of actually doing anything with that one. I don't know if we have to. I think we can bypass this. I just want to bypass everything and just go straight where we need to go. Beacon of Light. So as you continue your journey through the umbral abyss, you see a light in the distance. Zetwan looks up and smiles, a sanctuary outpost. And so what these then do is, this is a sanctuary outpost in through here. So that's something that if we control it, and I think we do, actually we do control it because it's got our element on there. So we can actually go and do other things with it. I won't spend too much time with this one because when we play our full game, we'll actually then have a bit of a look to what it can then go and do. So a type of outpost that can only be built in a province in the umbral abyss with a beacon of light. For any that's inside the domain of a sanctuary, outposts are immune to umbral malady. Cities cannot be founded in sanctuary outposts. Once built, can be upgraded to annex 2 additional provinces. So we can get more provinces for this if we wanted to. Grants plus 10 gold, plus 10 mana, and plus 10 knowledge. So our mana is now stabilised. Our money is still going backwards. That won't really matter that much. We'll just leave that one where that is. Evil Presence, again, we've seen that one. The Umbral Nest. Hero leveled up as well. And I'll just get, which one should we grab? Just Inspiring Leader. Confirm that one. And then close, and close that one as well. And we've got our scout unit. Yeah, we need to actually have that one inside our territory if we did expand that one. I won't do the expansion just yet. We'll end our turn. And so we need to break out from here. That's where we need to get to. Can the scout can get to there. Bring all these across. Our turn. So I won't. I'll have to attack this one in through here. Then we'll call it quits once we sort of break out of the out of this territory. I'll bring everything in. Yeah, we'll be fighting this one. This one should be a safe battle. I don't know whether to fight the battle or not. Maybe we will. The way we can at least look at the terrain as well. So this is a this is essentially a what is it? God, I forget what it's called. The portal, the Umbral portal. We've got some tier 3s. We've got an abductor. This one does abduct, and so target non-combat summoned unit, enemy unit, has a chance 100% of being consumed. If successful, gain satiated rift. If resisted, a target loses -5 morale. Now this is actually, it always hits. When this unit is killed, the last unit that it was consumed is brought back to life. So we can only really allow it to happen once. If it happens more than once, we're in trouble. So yes, it can't do it with combat summons, but it can do it with anything else. So that's a bit of a tricky one for us. Then we've got the Umbral Juggernaut, which is just going to be a melee type fighter. Charge strike back in through there. We've got the Will Thief, Umbral Lash. Link to target enemy unit. They become inflicted with Umbral Drain, which then causes frost damage. Okay, and then we've just got a Splitterling. That should be fine. Let's just do manual combat. We just have to be careful of that that unit getting too close to us. So we'll focus very heavily on those tier 3 units. Such a beautiful looking game. I was going to change my noise gate on my recordings because I think it covers too much. Now this is the one that charges. We have to sort of stay away from where it can charge to, so we don't want to get as close as that just yet. We'll be wanting this one to go in against. Now this one here can also just break into there. The abductor always hits range 1. Cosmic Spike. Just keep on firing at these. Now we do have a blowpipe. Again, just checking where they can get to. We're wanting this to go up front. Now these are Night Guard, and defensive mode, charge resistant. So unaffected by the bonus effects of charge attacks. Can be countered with using heavy charge strike. Now, I don't know if the other one is using a heavy charge. Just a charge strike. It's not a heavy charge. So we should be okay there. So in that case, I can actually move this one up just to take the initial fight. So that one can then just stay where it is. The archers, I'll move them in behind. Them on up. All right, let's leave it there. Oops, that's auto combat. I don't want to be doing that. That was stupid. Damn it, so I didn't need to do that. That was not clever. I meant to do this. It's been abducted. Now we have to make sure that nothing else, that doesn't touch anything else at all. That has to be killed. Has to be killed. And unfortunately, it can break down into any of these. I really am a bit screwed here. What sort of damage will that do? Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's a problem. I think I'm going to have to redo this fight because I didn't mean to move that one out. Now it's got dissonance. But yeah, I'm going to have to redo it. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I just clicked the wrong button. And then my unit did exactly what I didn't want it to do. So again, we just stay out away from the away from where this one can reach. We've got two turns to try to then impact this one. Now I can move this one up, but I don't really need to. Now I do actually have the Cosmic Spike. I've got the Cosmic Rebuke. Do damage to adjacent enemy unit. That's only range 1. We do actually have Eldritch Mind Control. Always hits. Only at range 4 though. 90% chance of becoming mind controlled. That would actually be useful as well. And we also then have Delirium. 90% chance, but that's at range 6. But yeah, I can't do that one. This one is at range 8. So we'll actually take this one. And that one, yeah, that one can't reach it there. That's fine. We'll just move that one up. We will invite the attack by that unit. Bring that one through. Right, now we end our turn. Oh, I didn't want that either, actually. Now, it did abduct. Actually, what did we push out of the way? It pushed that low level unit out of the way. Look, if that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm going to try to mind control this unit. Yep, that's been mind controlled.
Huh?
Probably should have done more there. Missed. It's only 25%. 65% chance there. I've got 25s there. I'll take it. God, nothing at all. Give that one away as well if we need to. And I don't know if we can do anything with spells. We've got Cosmic Ablation. There we go. That should finish it off. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Now we get that unit back again. And we're in the decaying area. Take this one in. That one can't do anything. It's just our scout unit. Now we should lose control of this thing this turn, I think. It's now gone back the other way. So we now need to finish this one off. And we do actually now have flanking shots against it. That one should, yeah, that one will then get rid of it. It's down, it's gone. Good. Oh, it's now hatched all of these slithers. We need to get rid of this one as well. Now we've got the Cosmic Blast. We do have Delirium, but we don't really need that as such. Now we're sort of stuck there with both of these. I'll let it take a hit. That one can't do anything there. It can still move though. That one can't. 25. I'm going to have to take some of these shots. Move that one back out of the way a little bit. This one's decaying. It's sort of in a bad terrain. I think if we lose that one, it won't be so bad. God, I like the tactical battles in this game. It really is exceptional. I'm just going to put that one into protective mode. Actually, I've still got this one here. Can't do anything with that one. Down. That's good. All right, victory. That's everything else is just a summoned unit, so they've all been destroyed. We will close that one off. That was better.
One of your spells has gained its first inspiration, revealing hidden potential. Potentials are powerful economic effects that can be exploited once the spell has reached full inspiration.
Okay, so that's good. Now we've got the umbral. This one then allows us to then sort of move up to the other surface, to the actual surface of the planet. So this is well, not a planet as such, but you know where we actually are. So we'll just go back across. We've got orders required with this particular group, if I can press page down or page up as well, to then bring these through. Where are we? Where are we? So I can bring this one out. There we are. And so out of the abyss, you step through the umbral gate and feel a breeze of cold air. Zentuan breathes in deeply. We made it. You feel as though a weight is lifted off from your shoulders. Looking back, you notice a shift in the darkness behind you, as if your very shadow is relieved to be freed from the corruption of the umbral abyss. Before you can investigate further, Zentuan digs into a pile of rocks to reveal a bag of gold and crystals. We cannot rest yet. The wardens of Tureth patrol this realm. Tureth is, if you remember from the start, was the realm, the name of the realm that we have come from the umbral abyss. I was asked to escort you to our haven. Please follow me. Our people await. And so we receive a heap of gold and mana. Very well. And so we then actually have, we then sort of start to move on from here. Now I'm going to leave this here as a one-off episode just to introduce what the Eldrich Realms DLC does introduce. I think this is a good presentation of the changes, which is really exciting. There's a lot more stuff, and so I will be doing an extended playthrough, but with a random map. So that's sort of where I want to sort of take the game. But I thought we'd just do this one quest, get the quest done, get it finished, and job done. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one-off little video just to get started in that actual quest. If you are if you've got the DLC, then this is the very, very first phase of like an overall progression game. In fact, you can see through there we've got another quest. So we need to now get to Safe Haven. So Safe Haven is this location back over through here. That's where we have to get to. That's probably where we then have to start up our actual city, I would guess. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this content. Please like and subscribe if you do. It does mean a lot. And I'll catch you next time.